There are two kinds of people in the world: those who do things and those who don't. That's a bit over dramatic, but hear me out. Have you ever had a goal, thought about it, but never actually made progress? If you're like me, then the answer is yes. So let's attack this problem. To achieve anything, there's two steps. You need to figure out what you need to do and then do it. This may sound obvious, but the problem is that a lot of us get stuck in the first stage, which is planning, thinking, but never passing to the stage of action, which requires us to develop our action bias. We may tell ourselves things like, I can start tomorrow, it's not a priority right now, this won't work anyway. And this may be true sometimes, but often it's just an excuse. So for example, if you want to get in shape and instead of actually working out, you spend hours researching the perfect workout routine, this is a form of procrastination, and many of you will be familiar with this. In reality, any workout is better than none, so you just have to start. And here's the problem. You don't often even see the action as an option. We just notice problems, but don't ask, what can I do about this? We assume things are the way they are, just maintaining a status quo, but we can prevent this. So say you're in a university course that you really dislike, and instead of changing your approach, you just accept that this is going to be a sucky semester and you're not going to enjoy it. Instead, you can find better study methods, or even perhaps switch course. But even if you're going to stay, you can find a way so that you can still learn while not going to the course, and maybe gamify it by using Quizlet or making flashcards, doing something so that you'll actually enjoy it, which will directly result in better grades. So how can we become a person who is an agent? That is to say, somebody who takes action. One way is to make it a part of your identity to identify somebody who does things. And we can start small by just fixing small problems. So for example, let's say that the water filter in your house is empty. Then fill it. Don't let it sit there empty. What if you're in a gathering and everyone's bored? Well, why don't you suggest that you guys play a game or do something? Or how about you've always wanted to learn juggling? Well, drop everything and try for 5 minutes to learn juggling and continue tomorrow. It's not about taking the perfect action. You just need to train yourself to act. You can screw everything up, but if you get up from the couch and start to perform actions, then this is already in the right direction. And in this same vein, we must discuss perfectionism because it is a trap and will never lead to action, because when we hesitate to do something out of the fear of doing it the wrong way, we'll never do it, and we never realize that doing something imperfectly is always better than doing nothing. So let's say that you always want to work out in the morning, but you keep on putting it aside. A great way to get to action is to give yourself the goal of 1 push-up per morning. And guess what? Once you perform 1 push-up, then you'll already be in the plank position. And do you think you're really going to stop and get up after 1 push-up? No. So you just need to do a small change, because we all know that the activation energy is what's stopping you from passing to the action phase. It's not the action itself. It's going from your rest state to taking action, which is the friction that everybody faces. So here is what I'll leave you for the video today. Notice the next time that you're hesitating on a decision, or you're overly researching, which really you know is unnecessary. Instead of asking, what should I do? Which product should I pick? How should I pick the right method? Just say, which choice will make me the kind of person who takes action? So maybe you're going through a bunch of different workout routines. There's a big variety, and most likely the simplest one is going to make you somebody who takes lots of action, because the simplest routine is that one which you'll have the least resistance to starting. So if you've been putting off something for a long time that you finally want to get started on, comment it down below so we can hold each other accountable. This is inspired by Neil Nanda's blog post on the same topic of taking action and becoming that person. So I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.